The key worker is one part of the transdisciplinary key worker role within early childhood intervention. This video will look at all of the components within the transdisciplinary key worker role and explore some practices and skills used by early childhood intervention professionals. There are 5 components to the transdisciplinary key worker role. These components include the key worker, discipline-specific, using transdisciplinary skills, secondary consultation, and consultation to early childhood education and care services. Time allocated for each component of the role varies, depending on the needs of the family, which may change over time. The key worker component of the role is where a family is supported in one or more of 5 different ways, which include emotional support, information and advice, identifying and addressing needs, advocacy, and service coordination. The discipline-specific, using transdisciplinary skills and secondary consultation components, all relate to working directly with the family to facilitate child development. The discipline-specific component is where an early childhood intervention professional uses skills that are learned from their own discipline in working with a family and child. For example, a speech pathologist giving advice around how to support the child's communication skills. The using transdisciplinary skills component is when the early childhood intervention professional uses skills and knowledge which might fall outside their specific discipline. They build their skills and knowledge over time through formal consultations with their colleagues and through training and professional development. Early childhood intervention professionals will also have an understanding of basic early childhood development to draw on. The secondary consultation component is when an early childhood intervention professional passes on their skills to other team members. They may provide support to a key worker from another discipline, a family they are working with, or to work on goals related to their discipline. For example, where the key worker is a psychologist and notices a child avoids textured objects, they may seek advice from their occupational therapist colleague around sensory processing issues. The occupational therapist within their team may provide a secondary consultation to the key worker around ideas to work on this. Newer graduates may ask for more secondary consultation from their peers than those who have more experience. The need for such consultations is reduced as early childhood intervention professionals gain skills from their peers in each secondary consultation as they increase their own transdisciplinary skills. The consultation to early childhood education and care services component is where the early childhood intervention professional will discuss and plan with the ECEC educator ways in which learning opportunities can be maximised and distributed across the child's day. This is to ensure that the child has multiple opportunities to acquire, master, and generalise skills that have been identified by the parents as a priority. The key worker, parent and educator may also problem solve together around any challenges they may be experiencing in relation to the child participating fully in the ECEC program. We will now look at the difference between a multidisciplinary team and a transdisciplinary team. Children are part of their own unique family unit and ideally are supported by their extended family, which may include relatives, friends and neighbours. Families may also be involved with and connected to the local community, which includes early childhood education and care services. Families of children with a disability may have a range of medical specialists that are involved with the child and family. This may include a general practitioner, paediatrician, gastroenterologist, paediatric neurologist, and a genetics specialist. When families are working with a multidisciplinary team, they may also have a psychologist, occupational therapist, teacher, physiotherapist, and a speech pathologist who will work with the child and family. Often, each of the specialists have limited communication with each other, which can make it difficult for families who may receive conflicting information and advice, and may also need to attend to multiple appointments. With a transdisciplinary key worker role, A family's key worker is their primary contact. A key worker may be a psychologist, occupational therapist, teacher, physiotherapist, social worker, or a speech pathologist. A key worker can act as a link between the family and various disciplines. The key worker can use the expertise of other disciplines within their team to share knowledge and ideas and to help families on a range of issues. The transdisciplinary key worker role not only works with the child and family, but works within the local community and the family's extended family. The transdisciplinary key worker role is a role that works directly with the family but has access to a team from a range of disciplines working behind them. Core practices. The transdisciplinary key worker model has 6 core practices that are essential to the role. These practices include transdisciplinary practice, as we have already described, family-centred practice, natural environments, routines-based approach, strengths-based approach, and capacity building. Family-centred practice. Family-centred practice is a way of working that puts the family at the centre of all intervention, so goals are developed in partnership with the family based on their priorities, and any intervention strategies are developed with the family to fit in with their routines and everyday activities. Family-centred practice means working with families in a way which respects them, their knowledge, skills and beliefs. It involves providing information which supports them in making informed decisions, using their existing resources, and supports and actively involves the family in obtaining any further resources and supports they may need. For example, a family had always enjoyed going out to eat dinner as a family and continued to do this with their first 2 children. But the youngest child, who had autism, was unable to cope, and so they had stopped going out to dinner. It was really important to the family to be able to enjoy eating out together. So the key worker helped them with strategies to first be able to eat together as a family at home, and then once they had mastered this, they began going out sometimes as a family for an ice cream, and eventually built up to all going out for pizza together. Natural environments. Natural environments are the places that children spend their time. This includes everyday settings such as home, community, and early childhood education and care services. All children learn throughout the day from opportunities provided in their natural environments, such as playing in the local park, going on a walk, or interacting with friends or family. This means that, wherever possible, therapy is provided in natural environments rather than in a specialist setting or clinic. For example, instead of attending therapy for 1 hour per week with an occupational therapist to build a child's hand skills, the key worker and the mother looked at the learning opportunities across the child's day, such as taking part in helping with the cooking at home, helping with holding jugs, cups and other containers as part of the activity to develop her hand skills. Routines-based interventions. Routines-based interventions recognise that learning takes place during everyday routines such as eating, bath time, toileting, and play. Using a routines-based approach means that instead of 1 hour of therapy per week, the child has learning goals and activities embedded in all their routines across the entire week. This means that any therapy happens during those activities the family need and/or wants to do, rather than them needing to find time for therapy sessions or homework. The key worker may also assist a family with challenges they have in their everyday routines. For example, if a parent is having difficulty managing their child's behaviour in the supermarket, the key worker would go with the parent and the child to the supermarket to help the parent devise strategies to manage this issue in the natural environment, as opposed to devising strategies at home or in a clinic. A strengths-based approach. A strengths-based approach means that professionals recognise and build upon a family's or child's existing strengths and interests to reach goals and learn new skills. This means that rather than focusing on what the family or child can't do, their strengths and interests are focused on, so they are able to extend their existing skills. For example, a mother wants her child to talk. She enjoys singing to her child, so together, she and the key worker develop a series of singing activities which build her knowledge and skills of how to help improve her child's communication skills. Capacity building. Capacity building means supporting a family through teaching, coaching and mentoring to pass on the skills they need to enable their child to learn and develop. There are times when a key worker works directly with a child to model a technique. For example, a key worker might demonstrate to a parent or educator how to place a child in a standing frame, explaining what and why they are doing things as they are. They would then coach the parent or educator as they have a turn, building their skills and confidence to do this independently. In summary, the transdisciplinary key worker is an early childhood intervention professional who works in a way that harnesses the skills of all team members and builds upon each family's strengths. In this model, the professional is no longer the expert who tells the family what they should work on and how they should work. Together, the key worker and family develop goals and devise strategies to meet those goals using the family's resources. The transdisciplinary key worker works in partnership with families to help their child's development in a way that is achievable for the family as part of their everyday routines in their everyday environments. The transdisciplinary key worker has expertise in assessment and intervention to facilitate the child's development, and also has a team of professionals with different expertise behind them. They apply this expertise in a way that meets the family's goals and fits in with their daily activities.